as soon as I saw the video today when the guy said 4K 120, oh my god, like I can't tell you how excited I was. I was like, no freaking way. Finally, I'm so excited to test it out. It's just crazy. I want to touch it. I want to touch it, take pictures of it, take videos. Like, I want to go nuts with it. Like, don't leave it. I'm gonna sleep with it. I'm gonna put it on my pillow, and I'm gonna have dreams about it. I swear. I'm gonna wake up, and if I don't see my camera, oh please, I'm gonna go back to the store and be like, hey Canon, can I get two to go, please? Yeah, and CF Express cards. 10 of them? Yeah, sure. How much is it? Oh, 8K, bro. 4K, 10-bit, 422 C-Log, uncropped, 120. Did I say 120? Mind blown. Basically, at this point, this camera has no compromises. For real. It has no direct competitors whatsoever. It is something new that Canon has never done because usually Canon is not good on paper, but it's good on real life, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's get this out of the way. This will be a game-changing camera for both filmmakers and shooters. At this point, I'm for real thinking, why would you need 1DX Mark III if you can have this? With all of these extra features, lighter body, flip screen, and RF lens mount. IBIS? Did I say IBIS? Freaking IBIS! Guys, for real. Finally, I think this might be a real perfect camera for me. If you guys know me, I've been wanting 1DX Mark II for so long, and when 1DX Mark III came out, I was like, heck yeah, this is gonna be my camera. Even though I was like, oh man, it's so big, the batteries are so big, the camera is heavy, there's no flip screen and all that. And then I waited it, and heck yes, I waited it. I'm so happy. I have big hopes for this, okay? Canon, don't screw it up. They always like to cripple something out, but as of now, nothing has been crippled down. I am so excited for this. It's crazy. It's insane. When I saw the video today, I was like screaming in my apartment to myself. I was like, holy sh! What's going on? No way! Like the cinema cameras from Canon, they don't even have these specs. I don't get it. I don't understand. It has to be something wrong. Canon, are you guys alright? But you know what? It's funny. After all, they've been giving us little by little details, and they still left out a couple of things. It's crazy. It's kind of like they created this hype so people go on social media and talk about it, and they pretty much advertise even more about their upcoming camera, and that creates a huge hype for them. Good for you, Canon. Let's see what we got so far, what is confirmed, and what we don't know yet. So what we know is 8K RAW, as I said, up to 29 frames per second. 4K 120 C-Log. This is the one that I'm most excited about. I mean, 8K, I don't even know if my computer is gonna be able to handle this footage. It's gonna be cool because you can crop in and you're not gonna lose the quality. I like that. I'm probably gonna be using that. But the one that I'm most excited is 4K 120. I don't think they mentioned if it's uncropped. I wonder if they're gonna cripple it here. And it's C-Log, 10-bit, internally. You can just record on SD card. You don't need any external monitor, nothing. Wow, heck freaking yes. Finally, man. It's like Canon been preserving all these features, and they kind of like jumped over 4K. Like they didn't even have any good lineup of cameras that had decent 4K uncropped, slow motion and all that. And all of a sudden they have 8K. It's like they've been here, they missed here, which was Sony, specs wise, and now they're here. Oh. We also got IBIS, first time in Canon camera ever. Canon, don't screw it up again. I have hopes, okay? Dual cards. I'm not crazy about this, but I actually never had a camera that had dual cards, so I'm kind of excited about it because you can have copies of your footage, backups, and you can record at the same time JPEGs and RAW. And that's cool, but there is a downside of this because the cards are so freaking expensive. The cards they're going to be using is one CF Express card, and another slot is high-speed SD card. And I checked, usually I would buy 128 gigs for my cameras. That's kind of like what I noticed is good enough memory, and I would have like 4 of them. And I checked the prices for these new cards. So 128 gig will cost you around $200 up to $350 depending on the brand. So that's kind of a lot. On top of that, the camera will shoot up to 20 frames per second silently, which is super fast considering EOS R, which is a basically previous generation of the camera, and the camera that I'm shooting on right now only shoots 8 frames a second. Up to 47 frames and up to 100 frames JPEG. That's the buffer that the camera has. So basically you will go and then the camera will stop after 47 or 100 shots if you shoot in RAW or JPEG. And it's gonna take a moment to save all the stuff, and then you'll be able to shoot in like a second or two. It's gonna have like a small delay again. So for example, like 1DX Mark III has no buffer at all. You can just shoot continuously. So I wonder if they're gonna have a limit in the buffer for R5, but I doubt, because they're using these fast cards, and I don't think they're gonna have any problem to record a lot of footage and a lot of photos into a card at the same time. So I think we're good on that. Also, the cool feature they have, and it's new completely, nobody else has it, is autofocus in animal eye, so cats, dogs, and birds are covered. That's kind of cool. I'm not really into that, but I would love to try it out for pets. I think it's awesome. There's this video we did, actually, a link in the description here, of my friend's dog. It was so hard to shoot because the dog would be always out of focus. I would love to do this again and see how better it is now. Let's talk about what they left out. They still didn't tell us, when is this thing coming out and how much is it? Really? Like, come on. And they haven't told us how many megapixels is the camera. And there are speculations online and Canon rumor sites saying it's going to be 45 megapixel. I'm totally cool with that. I'm actually even cool even if it's going to be 20 megapixel. But I think it's going to be 45 because it kind of makes sense, because it records 8K, which is a huge amount of sensor space. So probably they needed 45 megapixel to cover all that. But I don't really care about that. So it looks like the camera was supposed to come out in sometime in July, and now with this whole lockdown, it looks like, if we're lucky, fingers crossed, and if it's coming in August, late of summer, I would be really happy. By the time everything gonna come down and I'll be able to travel again, so I can get it and buy it and fly it and travel and take pictures and take videos, and heck yeah. Put it under some pressure. Put it under rain. Throw some rocks. You know how I go. It better be good weather sealing. Anyways, as far as the price, here's what I think. Guys, I think it's gonna be $3,500, and let me tell you why. It sounds very cheap. I know, it's expensive, but if you know what I'm talking about, the specs that we just talked about, it's very cheap, considering 1DX Mark III is $6,500, I think, right? Somewhere in about that range, and Canadian is like $50,000, right? I think it's gonna be $3,500 because when the guy was talking in the video today, in the conference, he said that they started revolutionizing video back in 2008 when 5D Mark II came out. Then they talked about 5D Mark III and 4, and they were like, whoa, when the 5D Mark II came out, it was only under $4,000. And I was like, why did he mention $4,000? And then he kept going and he said that basically they are gonna recycle 5D series into this new EOS R body, and that is why it's called R5. You get it? 5D, R5. So we had 5D Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, and now we have R5. And 5D series were always under $4,000, and it's approximately about $3,500. 5D Mark 4 now is about $2,300, which is pretty cheap, but it's been out on the market for like 4 years, but when it came out, it was $35. So that's where I'm going. I think they are basically replacing 5D series, and they're gonna have R5 for about the same price. It's gonna be very aggressive pricing, and people are gonna buy it, and it's gonna be crazy. Like the amount of hype they created, and if they do put out the price under $4,000, hell yeah, everybody's gonna buy it. Heck yeah, I'm gonna buy it, even under this lockdown. I swear, I'm as soon as they get pre-order button, as soon as I see that, I'm gonna tap. Maybe they'll put it somewhere close to 4,000. Let's say $39.99, 37, I don't know, $37.99. What do you guys think? I'm gonna put a little poll in here so you can guess the price, and we'll see who was right. So click in here to vote. 1DX Mark III on the other side is targeting sport photographers, the people who shoot in Olympics, the people who need a camera that's gonna withhold crazy weather. It has solid weatherproofing. It has a huge battery. It has bulletproof body. This camera is for filmmakers who's gonna slap a monitor on it. It's gonna have a frame, a rig, microphone, and all that. They need a flip screen. And it's probably gonna miss out some of the features that 1DX Mark III has in photography, but it's gonna outbeat 1DX Mark III in video, as we already know. And one last point, why will they price it like that? And I think I'm right. It's because we still didn't see the body from our series that is basically the 1DX series, right? So they recycle in 5D series, but eventually they're gonna recycle 1DX series. So I'm sure in the future we're gonna see maybe like an R1 that's gonna look like 1DX Mark III and whatever, but it's just gonna be like big square body. Our body was RF mount, bigger battery, and it's gonna be priced in that high $6,000–7,000. Anyways, these are just my thoughts. Comment below what do you think about it, how much you think it's gonna cost. Do you like this camera? Who is this camera for? If you shoot in commercials, weddings, just random videos, documentaries, anything, even YouTube videos, if you need super slow motion, you need that C-Log with good dynamic range, you need a portable camera with the flipper screen, and you have budget for it, this camera is for you. If you're just a photographer and maybe sometimes you shoot wedding or two, you will be good with the camera that I'm shooting on right now, which is an R, because you don't need all that crazy stuff, and this camera is good enough. If you're just a photographer, I would just recommend even RP. That camera does it all. Like, you can get away with RP just fine, and it's only under $1,000, and even video is not that bad. If you don't use C-Log in your R, you're not utilizing your R at all at full potential as far as video. So if you are into video and you're thinking about buying R and you don't know how to use C-Log, there's not even a point, just buy an RP. So these are just my thoughts. I'm super excited. I can't wait for this camera to be out. Thank you guys for watching. That is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but Instagram, please. Right here, Instagram. Boom, boom. Don't forget to follow me here too, okay? I'm serious. And hit that notification bell, all the good stuff, all right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you tomorrow. Till the next time. Peace.